Good evening. It is the 21st of May, the year 2020. I hope you're doing fine. This is Mwangaza Prime News. Welcome to the broadcast and thank you so much for choosing us to inform you tonight. Moving on to our first story today, Kenya has confirmed 80 new COVID-19 cases after 3,102 samples were tested in the last 24 hours. The number of infections totals to 1,109, and of the 80 cases, 41 were recorded in Nairobi, 20 in Mombasa, 7 in Siaya, and 6 in Kwale. Speaking at Afya House, the Health CS Mutahi Kagwe said nine more people were discharged after testing negative, which has raised the country's number of recoveries to 375. He added that the death tally remains at 50. Our reporter Kevin Kariba begins the broadcast tonight with a report.
The fight against COVID-19 crisis in the world is getting tough day by day as patients of the disease continue exhibiting new symptoms away from the normal respiratory symptoms. The newest symptom being sudden stroke experienced among young people.
As the virus continues to spread, the infected persons are increasingly exhibiting new, less typical, non-respiratory symptoms such as sudden strokes in young people, and multi-system inflammatory symptoms with features similar to those of Kawasaki disease and toxic shock syndrome.
Every day's announcement now registering new records of COVID-19 as the country gears up to test more individuals. According to the Ministry of Health, 3,000 samples have been tested in the last 24 hours and 80 new cases confirmed of the novel coronavirus.
That this trend is continuing. Today, we have recorded the highest number yet again at 80 from a sample size of 3,102. This is the largest sample size tested so far. The trend demonstrates that the larger the sample size, the more the positive cases. Today's positive cases brings the total to 1,109. and the cumulative samples to 52,507. And I wish to thank those people, the clinic officers, the ambulance drivers, all those in the Ministry of Health and county health officials who have made the testing of over 3,000 people possible.
According to Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe, Kenyans' behavior play a vital role in the fight against COVID-19, and their continuous ignorance of the health guidelines poses a great threat in the country. More in today's briefing, 9 people have fully recovered from the virus and also discharged to go home, and the best being no case of fatality has been reported in the last 24 hours.
Anyway, even as our cases continue to rise, we are also glad to inform you that we have discharged 9 patients from hospital, and also glad to say that again our fatality number still stands at 50. Therefore, those who have recovered from the disease are 375.
Reporting from Mwangaza Prime News, Kelvin Kariba.
Thank you so much, our reporter Kevin Kariba, for that report. Now, as the country fights against the spread of coronavirus, Kenyans have been called upon to maintain high level of cleanliness. But in KAWANGWARE, the case is different as they have not enough water to maintain the level of cleanliness expected. Our reporter Maureen Wanjiro has a detailed report.
Water has been a very essential element to every life in the country, especially during this time the country has joined all efforts fighting against the pandemic COVID-19. For the past 3 weeks, now the residents in KAWANGWARE, they have been facing water shortage, this making them to become much difficult to adhere to the precaution made by the Ministry of Health, washing their hands regularly with running water.
Kwa majina anaitwa Betty. Tumeteseka maji haya maeneo ya KAWANGWARE. Ukiona tumepanga laini kuanzia saa 1 hadi saa hii bado hata sijafikiwa. Unakaa kwa maji masaa 3 kama unangoja maji, na maji yenyewe tunauzia mtungi shilingi 5. Tumeteseka maji kwa wiki 3. Tungeomba, alafu serikali inasema tunayo mikono mambo ya corona. Sasa tutafanya namna gani na maji hatupati? Tunakawia bila kupata maji. Tunaomba serikali ifanye kitu tupate maji, hata kama ni kila wiki tupate mara 2 ama mara 3.
Different places has been mentioned rising up with high number of residents being affected with COVID-19. KAWANGWARE being one of the time mentioned having high number of COVID-19 affected residents.
Maji watu wanateseka sana. Tunaomba ukuje kila siku ndio tupate maji kwa wingi. Hata upande wa biashara mimi nafanya kazi nyingine, hata ni kama maji nafanya kazi nyingine nje nyingine tafuta.
The water shortage has wake up call to many to wake up early to go look for water, carrying their water cans.
Sisi KAWANGWARE tuko na shida sana sababu ya maji. Hakuna maji, hakuna chakula, hatujui tutaongea juu ya nini. Kwa sababu hatuna chakula, hatuna maji, tunatembea tukitafuta chakula na tupati. Ile maji hakuna. Sasa tutafanya watoto aje? Na ile maji sinaambiwa na ledo sisi hatujaiona. Hiyo tunaambiwa ya serikali. Sasa walisema watatuletea. Sisi hatuna. Tunanunua miangapi? 200. Hakuna mtu wa kutupea. Tunaangalia kila kitu hakuna. Wanatuambia watatuletea, watuletei. Sasa tutaenda wapi? Mimi nilikuja hapa saa 2:30. Mpaka saa hii nimepata mtungi mmoja. Na niko na watoto 6. Imeisha. Ninaambiwa imeisha. Sasa nitapata wapi maji?
Water shortage and inadequate of enough food has made them to urge the government to give them a hand of help with water at least once or twice per week.
Tunanawa mkono, tunatazama, tunanunua hiyo kitu na hatuna pesa, tunaenda kuomba tu tununue. Hatuna pesa, hatuna kitu. Watu wamesimamishwa kazi. Watoto wako kwa nyumba. Sasa utalisha watoto kama utafanya nini? Si mtu wako hapa kuna watoto 5. Ana kazi, ana nini, nyumba anataka ulipe, hakuna pesa. Kuna mwezi wa 3 mpaka saa hii kuna mtu hajawahi lipa landlord na hiyo ndio shamba yake anakula hapo. Na mimi nataka nikule, pesa iko wapi? Tuambie vile tutafanya sasa. KAWANGWARE kwanza. Tuko na shida mingi sana.
Reporting from Mwangaza Prime News at KAWANGWARE, Nairobi County. My name is Maureen Wanjiru.
Thank you, Maureen, for that report. As it has been the duty of the Ministry of Health to update Kenyans on the coronavirus. And with the rise of the new coronavirus infections every day, it was on Wednesday confirmed 15 cases in KIBERA. But the residents have still remained reluctant to adhere to lay down rules. Our reporter Eva Olingo, who has been in the region, tells us more.
Following Wednesday's revelation by the Ministry of Health that 15 cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed in KIBERA, we took a spot check to find out how the residents are containing the virus. Residents are embracing hand washing and wearing of masks, while others are playing cat and mouse games with law enforcers.
Pia si tunasikia but kuna ule mmoja mwenye nilisikia jana but ni mtu mwenye najua. Hii kitu yenye naweza sema kwa upande wa corona ni kuomba Mwenyezi Mungu. Hiyo ndio cha muhimu zaidi, na keep distance na kunao na kuvaa barakoa.
Some of the residents are denying the presence of corona in their midst, insisting that the government should be clear on where exactly the victims come from.
Hata sisi pia tumesikia hivyo, lakini hatujui aswa ni mahali gani KIBERA. Ndio tujue ni wapi aswa. Juu tunaambiwa tu, hatujui, au pia hatuambiwi ni akina nani. Naweza waambia kama wana shida, wavae tu mask venye inafaa. Kazi iko chini sana. Makastoma wakuji, wengine walifungiwa nyumbani, kazi iko chini.
Kazi kwa sahihi hakuna. Imepungua kabisa.
We sought the opinion of the Deputy County Commissioner for KIBERA, Gideon Ombogi, to paint the real picture on how things are concerning the views of these residents. On COVID-19 sensitization in the area, Ombogi confirmed that he has and he still insists on the residents to keep distance, wear masks and ensure high standards of hygiene through hand washing.
Tangu shida ya coronavirus itokee, tulifanya mikakati ya kueleza kila mtu kuhusu hatari iliyoko na namna ya kujiepusha na hiyo hatari. Wakuu wa tarafa, wakuu wa kata na kata ndogo, Mheshimiwa mbunge pia alifanya hivyo. walifanya juhudi, wakatafuta magari na vipasa sauti kueleza wananchi kuhusu coronavirus na namna ya kujikinga. Na bado tunaendelea kuwafahamisha wananchi kwa kutembea kutoka kijiji kimoja hadi kingine. Tuko na mipangilio ya nyumba 10. Kwa hivyo viongozi wa nyumba 10 na wale wanaokaa katika hizo nyumba 10 wanazidi kueleza na kuelezana wengine.
For those purporting that corona isn't real, Omboge had some advice for them. Corona is real and is affecting the entire world, and everybody must adhere to all the standards set by the Ministry of Health, declared Omboge. On relief food, the Deputy Commissioner disclosed that with the help of other partners, he has ensured the needy, if not all, have been assisted.
Watu binafsi ambao wanakuja huku au wahisani wema wanakuja huku kunieleza kwamba mahali fulani kuna wale wameathirika. Watu wasiongee bila kujali. Ule ugonjwa huko, na kuna wale ambao wamepatikana wameonyesha ishara ni wagonjwa, wakachukuliwa waende kutibiwa. Kuna mmoja ambaye ninaambiwa alitoka kule Gatwekera akaenda kwa Bometi akaaga. Watu wanataka waone nini ndipo wajue kwamba coronavirus iko. Wanataka nini? Unajua kuongea bila kujali, careless like that. Hiyo tabia haistahili hata kidogo.
Ni kufuata tu maagizo za serikali, kuosha mkono, kuvaa mask na social distance.
From KIBERA, I'm Eva Olingo, Juma.
Thank you, Eva Olingo, for that report. As the government continues to call upon Kenyans to follow the directives given to fight against the spread of coronavirus, Kenyans have been asked to show up in different testing points for the country for the mass testing to be done. Our reporter Morin Wanjiru, who visited KAWANGWARE, has prepared this report.
In our visit today at KAWANGWARE, Nairobi County, we come across doctors who have volunteered themselves to test the residents the coronavirus. In the first step of the test is where one is giving out his or her names, occupation, health status, among others. And to make our points clear, we went to the testing site where one of the residents of KAWANGWARE urged the people to volunteer themselves to be tested.
Naweza tuambie experience yako imekuwa vipi?
Si kitu baya. Maana mtu tu ni kupumua mdomo na kuna kitu anaweka kwa mdomo halafu na mapua vile vile. Na haina uchungu, ni kitu ya dakika moja.
Hii ugonjwa iko sio mchezo vile wanafikiria, na pia make one distance apart vile wanaambiwa, na pia watumie mask na waendelee kunawa mikono kwa sabuni.
It is a step that each and everyone is urged to take to stop the spread of COVID-19. We come across a leader of Nyumba 10 who is still urging people to volunteer and get tested.
Majina yangu ni Elizabeth Justus. Mimi ni mkaaji wa hapa KAWANGWARE. Kitu ya kwanza, mimi ni community health volunteer katika hii area. Kwa hivyo na bado mimi ni mzee wa kijiji, na bado mimi ni mzee wa Nyumba 10, na kwa hivyo sisi katika hii area, kitu ya kwanza tumefurahi sana kuona ya kuwa tumerudishiwa hii activity. Ni kwa sababu ilikuwa pale mbeleni, na vile tumeiona siku hii ya leo, na nikasema siku hii ya leo kwa sababu kazi yangu ni ya kuelimisha watu na kuweza kuwaambia wakuje wajue hali yao ya COVID-19. Ugonjwa upo katika sisi, ni kwa sababu uko huku kwa watu, na tunahimiza watu wakuje wajijue. Ndio kwa sababu sisi wote ni watu wenye wengine wanatoka katika manyumbani, wakirudi kwa familia zao waweze kukuja kupimwa, ndio pia waweze kuleta familia zao waweze kujua hali yao.
Women were not left behind. Thus, they were campaigning in KAWANGWARE for people to get tested from kids to adults. We come across a doctor who is explaining to us about the importance of getting tested, and he also said that earlier they had positive cases, but for now no positive case is reported.
Yes, my name is Agri Changilwa. We are working with Nairobi County and this Riruta sub-county where we are doing mass testing at the moment. The exercise kicked up a little bit late, around 11, but the turn-up has been very slow. So far, we've been having surveillance. Sometime back, there were reported positive cases. But at the moment, we cannot say what we are doing right now. We've gotten a positive case until the results is out. Yes.
It is important for you to volunteer and get tested so that we stop the spread of COVID-19.
Reporting for Mwangaza Prime News at 9 at KAWANGWARE in Nairobi County. My name is Maureen Wanjiru.
Thank you, Maureen Wanjiru, for that report. Now, the government is supporting several families in Nairobi region to protect them against harmful effects of COVID-19 through cash transfer. The Nairobi Regional Commissioner Wilson Njega said 382,000 people have been identified and are currently receiving 1,000 shillings stipend every week to help them cater for their daily maintenance. Njega said the cash transfer is being done for the vulnerable groups that include the disabled, orphans and the aged. He said the cash assistance was previously benefiting about 21,000 people before the pandemic. However, currently the number has risen to 30,396.
We know initially we are those disabled, those orphaned, those who are chronically ill. Before the advent of this pandemic, around the Nairobi region we were supporting 21,000 people through cash transfer. But when the pandemic began, we realized there were increasing numbers of people who are vulnerable. And right now we are extending cash transfers to 30,396 people, the ones who are vulnerable. That is the aged, the disabled, the orphaned, the widowers, and so on, by sending money to them to buy food for their subsistence and other items. We paid them the initial amount of Kenya shillings 2,000, and we are going to pay them another round until this problem is over.
Thank you so much for that report. And now with that story, we are taking a very short break, but don't go too far. We are coming back with much more in a jiffy. Welcome back. This is Mwangaza Prime News, and thank you so much for keeping it right here. Moving forward, a middle-aged man was arrested in Marigat for not having a mask and taken to Kabarnet police station, where he is now hospitalized in Baringo County Referral Hospital for having several serious injuries. Having been arrested amongst others, Josephat Dekur was taken to Kabarnet Law Court, but he could not raise the cash bail. He was therefore taken to Kabarnet police station, where it is said to have gotten the injuries from. Marigat Market residents have accused the police of being brutal on them, and they end up fearing them more than the virus, as many of them can still not afford the masks, therefore waiting for those offered free by the government. Phyllis Mbogo tells us more.
Josephat Dekure, a middle-aged man, was arrested at Marigat Market without a face mask, among others, and were taken to Kabarnet Law Court. Dekure could not raise the bill and was remanded at Kabarnet police station, where it's alleged to have gotten the injuries. The car now is fighting for his life at Baringo County Hospital. A visit to Marigat Market, traders say that they have been harassed by police enforcing containment measures to curb the spread of COVID-19. They say many of them cannot afford face masks owing to tough economic times. 21 people are now arrested for lack of mask.
Na wamepiga mtu wanajua ako kwa cell ndani. Hapa Marigat na kupeleka hospitali. Monday tukachanga pesa, tukasikia amepelekwa kwa Barnet. Tukachanga pesa, tukapata 1,000. Tukatumana hiyo pesa. Haya tukatuma mtu akaenda kuangalia, akasema huyo kijana amepigwa. Huyo kijana amepigwa na maaskari. Sasa huyo kijana akapelekwa hospitali, tukakatibiwa na mpaka sasa kijana kwa hospitali bado hajapata nafuu. So maaskari wanatusumbua sana. Sisi tuko na shida kubwa kuhusu maaskari. Maaskari wanatuharasa ovyo ovyo. Kilio chetu tunaomba kama kuna fenye tunaweza kusaidiwa, tusaidiwe. Kuhusu hao maaskari wenye wanabugusa watoto wetu, wenye wanaenda kupiga watoto wetu bila hatia na kuua mpaka ifike kiwango yenye mtu anaenda ward. Mtu mwenye ana baba ana mama. Sisi ndio baba na sisi ndio mama. Na saa hii mpaka saa hii sofa saa hii wanatuambia hata amegonga posti ya stima. Mtu anagongaje posti ya stima na ile hali mguu yote nyama imetoka, kichwa singeumia peke yake. Vidole hakuna na wanatuambia posti ya stima.
Police have been accused of being brutal in enforcing containment measures to curb the spread of corona, with local fearing police more than the virus. Many residents still cannot afford face masks, with those offered free by the government yet to reach them.
Askari wanatusumbua sana. Sisi tuko na shida kubwa kuhusu maaskari. Maaskari wanatuharasa ovyo ovyo. Kilio chetu tunaomba kama kuna fenye tunaweza kusaidiwa, tusaidiwe.
I regard MCA Nixon Lemlem blamed corruption by politicians who have looted money meant for mitigating the spread of corona while poor suffer. He urged for speedy investigation at the circumstances to which caused Josephat to be admitted.
The gentleman really is in a bad shape. So my plea really is to urge the policemen to be humane while enforcing the COVID-19 rule. They need to be humane because we have information that if you don't have a mask, you are arrested and you have to pay around 1,000.
Reporting for Mwangaza TV Prime News at 9, I am Njiko Bogo.
Thank you so much, Phyllis Mbogo, for that report. Now, CS Cecily Kariuki, speaking at the launch of KIAMBU Ruaka Water Supply and Sewerage Project, said that the project is being implemented as part of the ministry's efforts to ease access to water and sanitation in different parts of the country, inclusive of Riara, Kiu, Bindigwa, Ruaka, Denderu, Kiamumbi, Kanunga, Dumberu, and Kangoya. She also urged residents to stop invasion on public and riparian land to pave way for future development projects. Margaret Kamau has that report.
Speaking when she presided over the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of KIAMBU Ruaka Water Supply and Sewerages Project, CS Cecily Kariuki said that the project is being implemented as part of the ministry's efforts to increase access to water and sanitization in the country. The CS also urged residents to stop encroaching on public and riparian land to pave way for future development projects. At the same time, she revealed that her ministry, through its institution, is implementing immediate intervention to augment water supply to Nairobi residents following extensive damage on the Sausuma-Kabete pipeline that supplies approximately 61 million liters of treated water per day to the city of Nairobi.
Following landslides, we had the main supply system or distribution line being displaced with huge losses. This supplies 20% of water into Nairobi, but the teams have moved in a very, very difficult terrain, in very, very bad weather, and they have commenced the work to be able to bring normalcy. It is estimated in the coming 10 to 14 days there will be normalcy in the Sausuma system, as to be able to then also complement the system, the other main system.
She added and said the project targets to improve water supply and sanitization to over 40,000 residents of Ruaka town and environs, and further 60,000 liters to KIAMBU residents.
This project is one that is going to cover both sewerage and water treatment, as it were, and conveying the same particular sewage to Rwai. You will reflect that this area, in terms of population, has expanded very, very rapidly, has not had any sewer system, and therefore this becomes an important project in terms of its health impact, environmental impact, but also the social impact to the population that is living here. We have seen water boarding services coming in to complement the supplies of water in Nairobi, and at the same time the team has been registering the water boarding service providers with an end date of last week. Most of them have actually registered. Those who have not registered, we will be putting in a different mechanism to be able to net them, because whenever there is a shortage, it is important that we assure Kenyans the water that is coming through the tracking system is also potable and clean water that can be used.
Targeting 40,000, a population of 40,000 people. In KIAMBU, we are estimating to serve about 60,000 people. And the three components of this project are targeting the highly springing up suburb areas. And as the CS has said, we anticipate before February next year, this project will be put into 100% use.
She added up and said other places that will benefit from the projects are Riara, Kiu, Tindigwa, Denderu, Kiamumbi, Kanunga, Dumberi and Kangoya. Reporting for Mwangaza Prime News, I'm Margaret Kamau.
Thank you so much, Margaret Kamau, for that report. Now, a lorry driver driving from an area around Embu Level 5 heading to a construction site at PI parked on at Matakari area along Kiritiri Embu Road after the lorry he was driving lost control when its brake failed at a steep hill and hit a road embankment. A conductor who was in accompaniment with the driver jumped out of the vehicle while still in motion after the driver informed him that the brakes had failed and got saved from the death. The driver's body was taken to Embu Level 5 hospital while the skeleton of the lorry was pulled to Embu police station.
Hii gari ni kama ilikuwa imetoka pande ya Ngariama, so nasikia ni kama imeishia brake somewhere pale kwa kanisa, so ikateremka conductor akalukia somewhere there karibu na kama utafuka hii bridge, conductor akaluka. So hiyo ingine sasa nikusikia gari hivi imekuja imepita imegoka kufa, imegoka ile naita nini igufa kagoga, alafu jamaa akaisha. Wado nimesikia huyu jamaa ni kama alikuwa tu anasema asaidiwe, hakuwa ameisha, lakini juu ya hiyo impact hiyo gari ilikuwa imepondeka kabisa, so hangeweza kutolewa hapo. Na wajamaa wamejaribu kuifuta nyuma, lakini gari ni nzito na ingeweza kutoka. So jamaa tu amekufa akisema nisaidieni. Ilikuwa imebeba? Ilikuwa na malam. Okay, serikali jaribu vile itatafuta engineers wajia wakuje waone kama hii njia wanaweza kuredesign again vizuri ili kuzuia hii accidents ambayo ama mahajari ambayo inafanyika kwa hii njia. Ila wanaweza kutafuta njia ya kuweka bumps ili kuzuia kama ni gari iwe ikitoka pande ya juu haina speed sana. Hata kama ni katikati wajue vile wataredesign, wajue vile njia itakuwa ili kuzuia madhara ingine kutendeka. Ndio sasa kwa hii njia inaonekana imekuwa na accident mingi sana. Unakuta gari imetoka huko iko speed inagoga, ingine inaingia kwa mto na ni vibaya. So ningeuliza tu serikali ama serikali ijaribu ione vile itafanya.
Over 100 UTIDHINI residents in Yatta sub-county, Machakos County, protested against the use of explosives in a neighboring quarry, saying they are so powerful that they cause cracks on the walls and roofs of several houses around. They decry of noise and dust from the same quarry, saying it has been affecting their children immensely and they therefore demand compensation from the company. Leonidan Joki has that report.
Over 100 residents of UTIDHINI village, Yatta sub-county, Machakos County, took to the streets to protest the use of explosives in a nearby quarry. According to those interviewed, the explosives are so powerful that they have caused cracks on the walls of the several houses in a nearby area. The local says other houses have had their roofs torn apart and windows shattered, where some of the stones blasted at the quarry have landed in people's houses, damaging household items.
Kuna hasara kubwa sana. Manyumba yameanza kubomoka, yameanza kupasuka. Tumeona shida ambazo zimeletwa na hii vumbi ambayo imekuwa ikiingia kwa mashamba yetu. Siku hizi hatuvuni kwa sababu ya hiki kisagio. Kwanza shida ya mwili. It is health hazardous. Wakati wanatumia hii sulfur ya kubomoa haya mawe, ikitupata mwili, kulingana na wasomi ni ya kwamba itatuumiza sisi. Tutapata magonjwa ambayo hayaponi.
Joyce Modhoni is among many women who have fallen victims of miscarriage.
Nilikuwa na mimba wiki iliyopita na imetoka. Jameni, hii ni maisha gani? Tusaidieni. Mzee ametoroka juu ya hii vumbi. Wakikuja hata hakuna. Iko na infection nyingi sana. Hata saa zingine unapata hata watoto watulii kwa boma. Wanashinda wakitangatanga. Hii vumbi inatuaffect sana.
Wale wamama wako sehemu hii wako na mimba. Inaweza toka anytime, kwa maana wakati wanapiga hizi baruti inatetemesha kila mahali mpaka watu wanastuka. Watu wanasukumwa wakati hii crash inaanza kupiga hiyo baruti. Watu wanasukumwa kwenda mbali, wanaacha boma zao ili ikimaliza kupiga ili warudi nyumbani kwao.
Harrison Motua has lived here for his entire life, and he says he lives in fear as he is not sure of how long his house will stand, considering the huge cracks of the walls. Area MCA Sami Nduva says he has petitioned the County Assembly of Machakos to stop forthwith operation at the quarry. John Dunda, another resident, says the noise from the quarry and the dust have been overwhelming to the extent that children from the area have been affected.
Watu wa administration DC tulikuwa naye hapa. Watu wanama wakuja wakaangalia, wakaona ya kwamba zile sheria zimewekwa ndio plan ya crash iwekwe, haijawekwa. Kwa maana mboma zile surround hii crusher ziko karibu sana.
The locals are now demanding compensation from the company. Reporting from Mwangaza TV, Machakos County, Leonida Njoki.
Thank you so much, Leonida Njoki, for that report. Now, the Ministry of Agriculture has ratified draft regulations for the tea sector that was subjected to a 14-day stakeholders consultation process. Some of the issues that has for long afflicted the tea sector include corruption, exploitation of farmers, and conflict of interest in the management of tea value chain, among others.
Further reduction of management agency fees from our initial proposal of 2% of gross earnings from tea sales. F, exclusion of the requirement for registration of commercial green leaf transporters from the regulations. G, extension of the period needed to comply with the 40% value addition requirement and establishment of a common user facility to support this process. H, requirement that revenues accruing from forfeiture of performance boards by buyers who fail to pay in full and collect teas they have bid for and won at the auction be forfeited to sellers and not to government. Reduction of fees, that is I, reduction of fees charged by team brokers at the auction. J, inculcating competition in the procurement and disposal of goods and services by smallholder tea factories to ensure transparency, accountability, and value for money in the procurement and disposal of goods and services by smallholder factories on behalf of farmers.
And with that report, we come to the end of our broadcast tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and keep watching Mwangaza TV for much more is yet to come. Thank you so much for watching the broadcast, and keep watching Mwangaza for much more. My name is Daisy Paul, and my sign language interpreter is Naomi Matthew. Have a good evening.